Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Well, today marks a rare day in the FacePunch Rust universe. It's rare that FacePunch actually makes a fundamental change to the game itself. Of course, we always have performance updates, we always have fixes, there's always things changing, but what they just started today fundamentally changes how your players are going to be searching for your servers. As the title of the video suggests, what are Rust game modes and what are Rust server tags? We're going to get into all that. Stay tuned and check it out. Hey everybody, welcome back to Rust Admin Academy, where I teach you guys the very best tips and tricks to owning and operating a successful Rust server. On this channel, I do a lot of plugin reviews and tutorials to hopefully show you the different things that you can do on your island to make life a little bit better, or maybe a little bit more fun for your players. So if you're brand new to the channel, consider subscribing so that you stay up to date on everything that we're working on. And of course, if you want to help the channel out, the easiest and cheapest way for you to do that, of course, just like this video and leave tons of comments in the comment section down below. Doesn't even have to be related to the video, just say hi. The more comments, the better. So as of February 4th, 2021, you may have noticed your game looking a little bit different the next time you log into Rust. As you can see on the image behind me, you can see that there's blue tags next to a couple of these servers. And obviously, what are these blue tags? These are server tags. These are a way that we can define what our server is all about at quick glance. And I've also been told that one day we're actually going to be able to filter out servers based on these different tags. You might think that you're not actually familiar with tags, but every YouTube video you watch, every website you go to, just about everything you see on the internet has some sort of meta tag or tag associated with it. It helps with search engine optimization or SEO. This is all falling into the same category as that. It's just giving us as players a different way to filter out what kind of server we want to play on. So how do we add server tags to our own individual servers? It's very simple. It's just another cvar that we're going to add to our batch file or our startup file, depending on what kind of a system you're set up on. And that cvar is the plus sign and server.tags, and then you can put in up to 3 different tags that are associated to your server, all separated by a comma. I'll show you a good example right above me right now. After you're done making those changes, you simply restart your server, and then you'll see those changes reflected the next time you open your game. You'll see those little blue tags next to your server title showing you what you just put into your batch file. I've just taken the template from the video description of the video that I have showing you how to set up a Rust server. I'll put a link to that in the top right hand corner if you haven't already seen it. And just down at the bottom there, you see I've made one change there where I've added server.tags, and then I've added monthly, vanilla, roleplay, and softcore. You'll notice that I put 4 items on there. However, only 3 of them are actually going to show up if I were to search for this server in the server directory. So you can technically put as many tags in there as you want. Only the first 3 are going to show up. Obviously, it only makes sense to use 3. So pick the 3 tags that best describe your server. The second thing that was added was the ability to select a game mode for our server. Now, at the time of the recording of this video, there's only 2 different game modes that we can select from. The first one is vanilla, which basically doesn't change anything about how we've been playing the game up till this point. However, the other game mode that we can pick from is called softcore, and we'll get into the details of that in just a minute. First, I'm going to show you how to actually select the game mode for your server. Similar to server tags, it's just another cvar that we're going to use in our batch file or our startup file, and that cvar is server.gamemode. So if we just wanted to keep our game mode as vanilla, as it has been for years and years now, it would look like this. But if you wanted to switch your server into the softcore mode that's now available, it would look like this. So before I get into what the actual softcore game mode is all about, just to let you know, they've already predetermined a couple of different game modes that we're hopefully going to be able to select in the future. We've got deathmatch, team deathmatch, one death, which sounds incredibly intriguing to me. We've got King of the Hill solo and King of the Hill team. These are all different game modes that we will be able to select in the future. However, they don't actually function as anything right now. So just to make sure I'm clear, we only have 2 current game modes that we can select from. One of them is vanilla, the other one is softcore mode. So let's go over what softcore game mode does to our server. So first and foremost, once you've set your server into game mode softcore, your max team size is automatically set to 4 instead of the default of 8. You can only have a maximum of 4 players authorized on any TC. Players can respawn after death at the outpost or the bandit camp, providing of course that they're not marked as hostile. Yes, of course they can still spawn on their sleeping bags if they have one. This is just an alternative method of spawning back into the game. And I assume the reasoning for that is because if you do die in softcore mode and you have inventory on your player character, you only lose 50% of it. So as you're used to seeing, your body lays on the ground, somebody can come along and loot all of the inventory that you had on your body. Whereas now in softcore mode, 50% of the inventory that was on your body will automatically go back to the reclamation center at the outpost. You then have 2 hours from the time of your death to go back to that reclamation center at the outpost and gather your inventory out of it. After that 2 hours, if you haven't reclaimed your inventory yet, it just disappears. It's not like it's going to go to somebody else. So the fractions of how much inventory is actually removed from your dead body and put into the reclamation center is actually controllable by the server owner. So you do actually have the ability of making it so that 100% of the inventory on your body goes back to the reclamation center, therefore you don't lose anything. But by default, that's only set to 50%, and you'll have to use one of these convars in order to change that. Don't worry, if you missed that information as I put it up on the screen, I'll also be putting it all down in the video description down below. So make sure you guys check that out if you have any other questions. Hey, this is future me breaking in here. There's something that I forgot to tell you guys while I was actually recording this video, that you absolutely cannot or should not change your game mode during a current wipe cycle. If you're going to switch your game mode, you want to do it during a wipe period, not right in the middle. If you do happen to change your game mode, let's say you do it accidentally or whatever, all of your players will lose all of their inventory all over the map, and there's no way to get that inventory back again. I'm not able to validate whether that's just the inventory on their character, which I would think that it is. I don't think it would affect inventory that's actually in their bases in storage boxes, but I don't know that for sure. So the safest way to look at this is just don't switch your game mode in the middle of a wipe cycle. So I'm pretty excited about this stuff. The different game modes coming to Rust is something that I think a lot of people have been waiting for quite a while. When you've got all these other games out there that are doing battle royale style PvP, it's good to see that Rust is actually getting on board with that, as well as a bunch of other options coming down the pike. The one death one is probably the most intriguing one to me. I'm curious to see if it legitimately means you can only die one time. I don't know, we'll wait and see how that actually plays out. But I'm pretty pumped for one death, I'm not gonna lie. I appreciate you guys stopping by. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, you know what to do. Leave me a big thumbs up. If you'd like to help support me and my efforts on this channel, make sure you check me out at patreon.com. You'll get your name mentioned at the end of each one of the videos for as long as you are one of my patrons. It also comes with special Discord permissions as long as you've linked your Patreon account to your Discord account. That interaction will happen automatically as soon as you become one of my patrons. All right, that's it for today's video. I hope you guys are staying safe and taking care of each other. Don't worry, eventually we're gonna get through all this crap that's going on in the world right now. I feel like we can almost see the light at the end of the tunnel. I don't know, maybe I'm just being a little bit too optimistic, but I do wish you all the best, and I hope everyone is doing well. Remember, I put out a brand new video every Friday at 5 p.m. Mountain Time. This week was a little bit different because I had to get this information out to you guys as soon as possible, but I do have a couple of really exciting videos that I know there's a ton of people out there waiting for. Hint, hint, we're gonna go over rateable bases again. All right, that's it for me. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next Friday.